Seven Seas. Oh,
Yeah, it talks about the one thing we were looking at earlier. Do you want to read? And I kind of like
oh,
put
I was about
not
to
nudge
just
her.
talk to this charming gentleman, and the big guy will give like a little bit of a huff. Yeah, you could say that we're gonna have a little bit of coffee.
I was gonna politely smile at him. Trust me, you don't want this cream. And I'm gonna likely push her.
Well, hey now, she gets to decide for herself. And he'll like try to like pull her back a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, you
really?
weren't really hanging out with this square, were you?
At that point, I'm going to pull out my reporter badge. Like, do you really want this to be on the paper?
What to be in the paper?
Someone
That I
from your
found someone
fraternity.
very charming and beautiful.
No, we're on business, but someone for your fraternity.
She'll Wanda will go ahead and like reach out your hand and go, oh, Edmund, just don't worry about it. It'll be just a few minutes. You just go ahead and read your book right where you marked it, and everything will be fine. And you can actually see that there's a piece of paper marking one of the pages right now. You don't remember that being there.
Huh. Did
So
she
you
put that
gonna
there?
stand in
Or...
my way anymore, or can I actually get through this door? Kind of blocking it. You know where the hinges are. I want to touch the handle because everyone puts their hands on those. We gonna move?
I'm gonna look at the girl for a second, like to see if she's giving me any sort of like looks or whatever. Like is she like planning something and it's just like
She's sort of smiling, and you can tell there's like maybe a little bit of a force to it, but she tries to give you a little bit of a wink.
alright, I'll let her go. I'm like, okay, okay, I'm sorry.
Well, see you later, whoever you are.
Have a
Uh,
good 3 minutes. And I just grin.
all right. So the two of them are actually going to start walking out of the library and start walking to the Zeta fraternity. And about this time, Zechariah, you're walking out just in time to see Edmund and watch him go.
Zach's gonna kind of look between like Edmund and Wanda, and like, can I tell from this distance that the other guy is a Zeta?
He's like wearing a leather jacket that the fraternities wear. The pin's on the other side, so are the messages. It's
Hmm.
just colorful. It's their color.
And Zach's gonna kind of look at Edmund and then like look to the other and be like, "What's going on there?"
He's gonna see me give whatever note of paper was in and see what's going on.
So you're
In
just gonna
it,
completely ignore Zachariah's question.
Yes.
on the note, is going to be the following message. It's going to say, "Get the gasoline. Do it in the back right corner. Do it at exactly this time."
I'm just gonna look my head up, pick my head up, I'm sorry, and just grin and see Zachariah. Oh, hey, where did you go to?
Um, it's like Zach's gonna be like, "It's not important right now. I'm more concerned about Wanda and what she's up to."
Huh, you know how college days are.
It's like she's with a Zeta. Have you forgotten that they're? And he's gonna kind of lower his voice, and be like, you know.
Do you remember who this girl was? And I just kind of snicker and slide a note to
And Zach's gonna kind of look at the note, and he's gonna kind of put two and two together and be like, she wouldn't. I'm just going out of character, but like, is this implying that she's like planning to burn the Zeta frat house down? Because that's what I'm gathering from this, personally.
It has exactly the words on it that it has. But reading it, the implication is not that she's going to do it.
It's weird.
Zach is kind of gonna look at Edmund and be like, it's like, I'm not entirely sure I'm comfortable with this. It's like we're talking about burning a university building that is going to be full of people, some of which we're not even entirely sure that all of the Zetas are involved with the cult.
Don't worry, you're young. You get a slap on the wrist.
For yeah, I'm gonna get a slap on the wrist for arson. It's like I don't want to become Osborne.
Stop acting like you're Sharon.
Oh
So,
boy.
what are you two gonna do?
Does Zach have a number for the library?
Sure you do. You're a student.
No, I'm talking about the library that Claudia and James are at, because I get the feeling Claudia
do.
and
That's
Dante would be interested in knowing what's going on here.
Okay, you can go ahead and send a call if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to try and reach Claudia at least.
Before he tries to do any of that stuff, I'm gonna politely grab him by the ear and tug him along.
It's like, do I need to? It's like, do I need to resist here? It's like Zach is not on board with burning down a building.
Do you really want to leave her alone to fend for herself? You're her only help.
It's like, fine, but we're not burning down a building. I will reluctantly go along.
All right. So, what exactly do you do?
I suppose Edmund's getting the gas can.
You know it. I'm gonna look at the truck to see if there's any marshmallows.
Okay. No, unfortunately, there aren't any marshmallows in the truck.
Darn.
Well, actually, is this your car? It probably is at this
Yes.
point, honestly. Yeah, your supply of marshmallows is right in there, man.
Good.
Edmund, Zach is just going to give Edmund a pointed look, like it's like, I thought you were a reporter. It's like, and yet you're getting very excited about this, and that is concerning.
Sometimes you gotta make your own stories, right?
Oh boy. It's like my alignment is being called into question here. Not that that's a thing with this system, but
Chaotic pyromantic.
chaotic stupid, more like.
Do you want to deal with the lady in black? I don't.
It's like, I feel like the lady in black would have severe issues with this. It's like, wait, is he referring to Osborne or Claudia?
Claudia.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Claudia would have severe moral objections to this.
You're kidding me? She would probably get 2 canisters instead of 1.
It's like, I am not sure about this, but all right. Well, it's like in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's do it.
All right.
We're going for a deal.
What exactly are you gonna do, guys?
Exactly what she asked.
All right. Well, are you just gonna like waltz across the yard, or what's the plan here?
So nobody phoned me. Just checking.
Yeah.
No,
Zach was going to go.
Okay.
Zach was going to go phone you, and Edmund stopped him.
they would have snitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna snitch. We have a person here who is conspiring to commit arson on public property and possibly injure innocent people. Like we have it's like that frat house is on university property. The fire could spread.
I thought you knew how to control stuff.
Not to that degree, I don't.
Well, this will be a wonderful experiment.
Oddly enough, the only arsonist you know is me.
Oh, also that guy who killed your brother?
Yeah, it's like
Shouldn't
Well,
this be
it's like
bringing
that-
up some weird PTSD to you?
that might be one of the reasons Zechariah is so it's like
Edmund, looking back down at the note now with the PTSD she just had, you have to wonder if it goes around at this point.
like I have severe moral objections to just burning down a building full of students.
I'm sure they're in class by now. I hope.
Not unless they're taking night classes, they aren't.
Is that even a thing back in the day?
It's also a Sunday.
Oh, good. They're all in church.
16
Oh,
hours
boy.
of mass, everybody.
Exactly.
Like I still sort of want to call Claudia on this.
You can. What's your choice? What are your actions? You're just kind of standing around by the car with the gas can.
Well, I'm doing it because I don't want to deal with Claudia if we don't bring her back.
All right, how are you doing it? What are you doing? You got marshmallows, you got gas.
You can get my deception on or sneaky.
All right, so you're going to try sneaking around to it then.
Right.
Okay. So how about go ahead and give me a check?
Sure.
Obviously speed evasion, and of all things, you feel as if fortune is on your side. Take a d8.
Speed innovation. Okay.
This is not exactly how my brother died. We don't know what started the fire.
Now, his brother died confined in the basement.
It was in the college campus, though, wasn't it?
It was at his house, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Zach is definitely going to call Claudia at this point.
But it was college related, though.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and see that roll.
Turns out Edmund killed your brother.
You don't have any evasion, do you?
I have 2.
All
I have a
right.
D4 for my gecko and a D8 for being a loser.
Sweet. All right. So it looks like you're actually able to sort of use the other yard across directly next to it to use the fence to prevent yourself from being seen. You manage to go all the way around, hop over the fence, and you're by the back right corner of the house, and you can hear there's actually a couple people out back.
He's not a
It-
police officer, he's a journalist.
Looking at it and listening in, it sounds like they're actually just outside talking and kind of enjoying the evening. You hear the definite sounds of them opening up some glass bottles of what definitely is not allowed on campus or anywhere else in the United States.
I just smiled. She finally having some fun for once.
The people out back do not include Wanda.
Oh, crap. Okay. So she's not in the backyard, right?
No, not at all.
Can I able to peek into the windows where I'm at, or is it too obscure?
You can give it a try if you want. Go ahead and give me an observation check.
Sure. And will my camera help me with zooming and stuff, or
No, it wouldn't. There's
Okay.
there's not a lot of that right now.
No telescoping lenses yet, I would imagine.
Your camera doesn't even have like a viewfinder.
It's one of those things with like the giant flash bulbs that leave you dazed for like 10 seconds afterwards if you look directly into it.
And what step would that be? I'm sorry for observation.
Mind observation.
My observations and my.
Right. Okay. So you take a peek up, and it looks like a perfectly ordinary kitchen of all things. It even has a nice view into the dining room, and you can see a couple people milling about. You can even see a very fancy grandfather clock, and as you look at it, you can see that the time is actually very quickly approaching, by about 30 seconds. But about that time that you sort of realize how soon it is before that message said for you to start this fire, and how oddly fortuitous it is that you're here at the right time, you see that someone inside points towards the window where you're at.
Like pointed at me, or
Yes. And it looks like they're starting to move. What do you do?
do what I came here for.
Take out your matchbook,
You know it.
strike
Oh
it up.
God.
Give me a
Yep.
fire start check. No, it's starting a fire. You light the match, and
Yep.
you drop it. What is your plan from here? There's a fire starting with a bunch of gasoline nearby.
I'm gonna
You
make
can
a.
immediately hear some sounds nearby of like, wait a second, what's that? And was someone's around the side? Who's that? And you
What
can
I'm
hear
gonna
the
do.
sounds of footsteps coming quickly. And as soon as this is happening, you also hear a loud scream and the sound of something breaking a window and then something else crashing in the front yard.
I'm going to run over to it, and of course, me carrying the gasoline can. I'm making a little moke to fire. Not as gas like kind of like jumps from the canister.
Oh, you're just leaving some fire behind you? Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
no, what I'm saying is I'm running, and because I'm running, gasoline is like popping out of the canister, like just making a little like
Making a whole
thing
line
behind
of
me.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you go ahead and spread the fire behind you, and you can tell that there's a handful of people on the other side that are looking at you. Going, it's like he's going that way. What was that noise? What's all this fire? Oh gosh, get the department, get a bucket of water, something. And they are immediately descending into panic at all of this. And as you do, as you rush away towards the front yard, you can see that it looks like someone's thrown a dresser out the side of the second story window, and Wanda is barreling out of the window right now.
Catch your swan dive, or
She's definitely not aiming for you.
oh gosh.
Oh damn, she does not stick the landing. Let's
Can
see.
I catch her at least, or does she follow me?
Uh,
The classic style.
you can go ahead and take 2 damage. She crushes you. You quickly realize, uh, after all this time spending with you, of being shy, a little bit sheltered, she's huge. She's a giant. So, roll endurance if you'd like, as you take the hit instead of her.
Here. Endurance, correct?
Yeah, body endurance.
I don't have endurance, so just body.
Yup. And you don't have a rough outfit on, I believe.
No. Can I be determined to catch her because I don't want nothing to happen to her?
Yeah, you can roll your personality into it. You really want to pull this off without getting smothered by someone who's probably 100 pounds heavier than you are.
Oh, come on.
Oh, not even close. Tap soak. What you gonna tap?
Panic.
You immediately go panicked, and she will point to the dresser and instead of a bunch of clothes, it looks like there's a bunch of books and papers underneath some stocks. Quick, grab as much of that as you can. However, you are in the midst of being panicked, and you can tell that they're going to be coming through the house any moment. Zechariah, you're kind of watching this unfold because you don't want to start a fire, and you can see that there's a lot of it now.
Oh boy. Well, let me see what I can actually do here with this skill.
The only thing that I could do if I'm able to, I have my little backpack with me. Just grab a handful and like shove it in. You know,
Okay.
if allowed, of course. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me some speed evasion to see just
Sure.
how much you can scoop up. Zechariah, I'm imagining you're just near the car right now.
Probably. But I can observe that there is a building on fire. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm looking something up here.
I'm getting on my evasion. Just give me a second.
Yeah, I don't know. Pyrokinesis like generates fire. It doesn't say anything about controlling fire once it's been set. So, oh boy. I haven't heard anything about the books or anything because I'm too far away.
I think you forgot something.
Yeah,
Yup. Always happens.
I do it so fast.
There's nothing else.
Oh, that's so
I
weird.
think
Let me
it's-
just redo.
Just go ahead and redo it real quick.
Sorry about that. I don't know why I did that. I know human error, but you know.
Mm-hmm. We'll get these rolls right. One, two. You managed to actually scoop up quite a few books and papers off the ground into your arms as you scatter away.
Exactly.
Wanda takes a moment to turn back around, and you can see the bull up in the window. She is raising both middle fingers up at them, and is shouting a lot of swears at the Zeta House
Hmm.
before she is turning and running. She is running towards the car. What about you?
Zach is going to, I guess, start the engine and get it ready for them.
And Edmund, you're going to start the car as well.
Oh yeah.
Or you're going to the car, yeah.
I go to the car. I'm gonna tell Zach, get out the way.
They are going to
Zach is
try to chase you.
Zach is going to scoot out of the way and be
Actually,
like,
did they have an
it's like-
acad-
and mutter something under his breath about crazy people.
All right. Edmund, you managed to run to the car before they managed to get out the door, try to figure out what's going on, react with shock at everything that's happening, and then try to chase after you. You get to your car before that point, and Zechariah, you can put that thing into gear. Give me a speed transport die.
Oh God.
Quick
Whoops.
question, Jim.
What's up?
Do we hear a boom?
There's no boom, but you can definitely hear cackling.
Okay.
Crackling
I
fire.
asked because when I went to grab the stuff, I dropped the gas can. Fire with the big.
Right.
big
The gasoline doesn't go boom, it just
Oh.
goes even more fire.
Darn. So yeah, a nice little explosion.
If only.
Oh boy, I got a success.
Hey, you don't crash your friend's car. Congratulations. Nor do you run anyone over in the process. You make a getaway. And a lot of you are out of there.
Zach is gonna be like, thanks, I guess I'm not sleeping at the university tonight.
That escape was on fire.
Oh, that was perfect. We did it. Oh my
It's
gosh.
like,
That was...
what in the flying fuck were you two up to?
I saw it in a vision. I knew I could do it if I could just get in there. And then this guy came over and he had that Zeta symbol.
Oh my god! It's like you need to
I
run
knew it
these
would work out. I
by
knew I could
me
trust
first.
fate.
Oh, come on,
It's
don't
like
get it
it's
with me.
like it's like I thought you guys were planning to burn down a building with people inside of it.
No, come on, we have morals.
Wait, the whole building? No, just start a fire. That's all you had to. That's what you did. And she turns around and takes a look. Oh no. Well, they deserve it.
I didn't put it on the
Zach
building.
is just like pinching his brow as he drives, like just be like, I really, really hope none of this comes back to me.
I mean, and worse, you just got a poorly manicured lawn and a broken dress. I mean, she did more damage to the property than I did.
I'm sure they can find another dresser. But we got all this stuff, and I guess this is important. I have no idea what this stuff is.
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking at this stuff since I'm not driving.
Yeah.
Some of it looks incredibly and immediately bizarre.
Zach is going to I'm not sure like if Claudia and James are still at the library, or I think he's going to head towards the Great House Estate and see if possibly they'll let them in while they wait for Claudia.
Okay,
Yeah.
you'll definitely be accepted inside. It's like, oh yes, Claudia will be back at any moment, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Hey, Zechariah, I forgot something.
What?
I dropped my marshmallows.
Da 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 da. Scene. Dante,
Yes.
you were heading back to your own theater.
Right.
And by the looks of it, it's currently locked up. What you doing?
I unlock
Oh,
it and I
boy.
go inside.
Alright, you head on inside. It is empty. It's normal.
Sal's not here.
It doesn't appear as if he's here at the moment.
Alright. I'm gonna lock it back up then and I'm gonna go to the apartment.
Okay, so you basically head over to the apartment, and you know Sal lives over there, so you can go knock on his door if you wanted.
Right. Well, yeah, because he's keeping the witch with him.
Sal doesn't live in that apartment. That's your apartment.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna see
Uh,
Sal first anyway.
Right, exactly. So you go see Sal, and he answers the door, goes, "Oh, hey, boss, how's it going? Have a pleasant trip out there?"
Yes, of course. It's always pleasant to go back home now and then. How have you been doing? It's been quite a while.
I've been doing good since we saw the show on Wednesday. Well, you don't look any worse for wear after giving you that letter, so I guess you took that well.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time for me?
Huh? What do you mean, boss?
No, I mean you,
We
I
went to go
didn't-
see the show Wednesday.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear you. That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah. And, I delivered the letter to you, too. Yeah, you're looking pretty good. Smell like dirt, though.
What does dirt smell like?
Like dirt. You haven't ever smelled dirt?
Yes, but dirt smells different depending on where you go.
Well, it's not dirty dirt.
It's clean dirt.
Look, I got some coffee going. You want to come on in?
No, I just wanted to stop by, see how you were doing. It's been a
Oh,
while.
I've been Yeah, it's been a little bit. I've been having a nice time sort of relaxing here. Just a couple outings to a couple other theaters. There's some good plays going on right now. Oh, I was actually gonna go see one of them tonight. You wanna go with? But they're doing a production of Macbeth.
Oh, we don't call it that.
Oh, Othello? Or was that a different one?
No, it just
I always
don't.
get my Shakespeare confused.
You don't say that name.
Yeah, he's gonna like look at you like a little confused. Huh?
That's it, now I'm forgetting. I think it's something like that Scottish play, or whatever you say.
Uh, is that the one where they're Danish instead?
No? No, yeah, it is. I'm right. That Scottish play is what you call it. You had me forgetting for a second. No, that's what you call it. You don't call it Macbeth. You call it that Scottish play.
That, well, all right. Well, that's Scottish play. I mean, I'm still gonna go see it tonight. Oh, that's a cute reference. Totally flies over Sal's head.
I will see if I have the time. I do have to stop by my apartment and speak to the bitch.
The what?
The witch. I have to speak to the witch.
What, you had a wife this whole time or something?
You spent time with her there, making sure she was safe. How have you forgotten?
Oh, Regina. Yeah, she's doing all right.
Right, I just have to stop by
Why'd you
there,
call her a witch? She's a sweetheart.
and then I have to swing by the other theater. And if things work out, then I will meet you back here, or... You know what, just tell me where the theater is that you want to go to, and I will meet you there if I have the time, and if I don't, I just won't be there, okay?
Sure, boss. Here, I'll go ahead and write down the address. And he'll go ahead, take out a little bit of notepaper, write it down for you, and hand it over to you. Yeah, just right over here at this time.
What time is
It'll be
on
great
it?
to hang out with you, boss.
What time is on it?
Like 8 o'clock or something.
What time is it now?
Like 6.
I'll be cutting it close. I'll try my best.
Oh, no worries if you can't, boss. I know the magic's more your thing.
Well, it's not that. We haven't hung out in a while. It'd be nice. I just have a lot of stuff to take care of, and I don't know if I can squeeze it all in within 2 hours.
Oh, well, I understand that too. Got a lot of work to do. If you need any help, you know where I am.
Yes, you'll be watching that Scottish play.
Exactly. All right. So by the sounds of it, it sounds like you're going to head back to your apartment then.
My apartment, and then that other theater, to make sure that our plans are still in motion.
All right. You will step into your downtown loft, and you will see Regina. And it appears as if she's moved a few tables into the main room and has a number of books out on them. And she's sitting at one of the desks, currently busily writing away, and she turns to see you as you enter and goes, "Oh, you're back, young one. I saved you some moonshine over there on the counter."
I don't drink.
Never too early to pick up the habit.
Yes.
Might need
this is
it.
Clearly the person you should have been keeping track of 4 or 5 children in a cave.
Well, you keep track of 5 children for 4 years and eventually get a little tired of it. Doesn't mean I don't pay attention. You're fine, I'm sure. How have things been then? From your perspective.
I need to ask you a question about the cave.
She'll sit up in her chair, turn around, and reach towards the cup and take a sip. You can guess there's probably some alcohol in it. And, well, ask away.
I mean, she just offered you moonshine. I don't think I have to guess.
Yeah! Don't mind the pile of triple X jugs in the corner. So, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna ask?
The cabin that is in the bottom of the cave has a hole in the bottom of it that goes into a bottomless abyss. What is in it?
What's in it? Well, if not the creature, then nothing. At the bottom of it is undoubtedly some cavernous abyss. There has to be other ways down there. But I didn't know during my time down there.
What is the creature?
I don't know.
Then how do you know there's a creature down there?
What else would you call it, Dante? I could call it a fluffy rabbit, maybe. And she'll take a sip.
If I did not know a thing, I would not name it a thing. You are saying there is a creature down there, so you know that there is something down there. How do you know there is something down there?
Because it came up to us. Its claws. It reached into our very bodies and drank our very essence.
The hole
Kept
is
us
like
only alive as a future food source. Of course I know about it.
the hole is only like an inch wide. How did it crawl up at you?
There are many other holes around there. Maybe you missed them.
The
It does not need to expose its entire body to feed. It needs only a mere opening.
the hole is miles deep. Are you telling me that this creature feeds through a tube that's only inches wide, despite living in a mile-long chasm?
From the short contact I've had from it, the thing is perhaps as old as me. It's had plenty of time to grow. I don't understand its biology. How it could grow in such a way, or have some organ that drills up miles through the earth. But yet it does. And she'll take another sip of moonshine. This is why I drink.
I feel like I just
Are you sure you don't want any?
stand there and stare at her for a good, I don't know, minute of silence before I say, God, I hate you, and then turn to leave.
See you soon.
Stay safe in my apartment, bitch. Close the door and leave.
Wow.
Such a friendly encounter. But yes. So you're gonna go ahead and head on out again.
Yeah, to the other theater. Have a
Okay.
wolf to meet.
Yes, to your friendly magician. And it appears as if he's actually having a bit of his own show tonight, even.
Yeah, Threston,
Yes.
the Wonder Magician.
Come and see him as he brings the very power of the cosmos itself straight onto the stage for your own viewing entertainment. Only he can control such forces of mind and matter to wow you with the esoteric nature of the very universe.
What time is it when I get there?
It's probably about 6:30. You could definitely catch the rest of the show.
Okay. I didn't know if the show was just starting or whatnot.
Yeah, it's been going on for a little bit at this point.
Yeah, sure, I'll catch the show then. I mean,
Okay,
I'll leave
so-
at least another. I'll leave a half hour left so I can make sure I get to the other theater in time to meet up with Sal.
Right. The act probably should end before then, but I imagine you wish to talk to Threston.
If I have the time. If not, I'll just come back at a later time having watched his show. That way I can bring up that I was here and I saw it, and next time I actually do talk to him.
All right, you get sort of the last half of it, and you get some of the acts that he's actually mentioned to you before, as he demonstrates them on stage. He does have another showing afterwards, but the crowd has to filter out and then filter back in. So he's backstage, and when the assistant sees you, the large badger will just kind of nod to you and let you in. And in the backstage, you can see Threston sitting back on a red couch, just sort of drinking some water. And when he sees you, he stands up and is just a little surprised. Oh, Dante, what a pleasure to see you. I didn't expect you to drop by tonight.
Yes, it's been a while. I've had to step out of town for quite a bit. I believe I told you about it before. But I wanted...
Indeed, you did. Back when we met on Wednesday.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure that everything was going alright. I figured I'd drop by and talk to you, and I saw that you were having a show, so I thought I'd sit in the audience and watch.
Of course, and you're more than welcome to. I'll even tell the ticket master to go waive the fee. Give you back the refund as long as we're working together.
No, it's fine. It's not a worry.
Oh well, if you say so. Well, I have some water here if you'd like. Plenty of comfy seats. Alright, so what have you come to talk about tonight then?
Yeah, I thought we'd just hash out our schedules and make sure that everything was still in line for our rehearsal before the big show.
Oh, absolutely. I remember when when we were talking about that on Wednesday. Are we still on for the same schedule?
Well, you remind me. What was our schedule again? I just want to double check. I know what I think it is, but we haven't talked about it in a while. I wanted to see if what I thought was right was still right.
Well, I believe you said you would have most of your equipment back by Tuesday, and that we could go ahead and start doing some dual practice over at your theater around then. And then on Thursday as well, if we wanted to cement more of the routine and really get in some good work.
See, this is why I thought I should come by. That's not what I thought. And that's why I thought I was supposed to bring whatever equipment over to here so we could rehearse here, since it's going to be your half of the show that we do first.
Ah, right.
You remember, it's your half, and then we do something at my theater with the two of us. Because it's going to be mainly your side of things. So anything I would bring would be over here. Because you're doing the house bit, I'm doing the bullet catch, the rope trick. What was the other thing that you were doing? It was fire related, right? It was a new thing, you said.
Oh yes, the lightning boxes.
Right. I knew it was something. Sorry, fire, lightning. I guess one is the extension of the other.
Oh, well, it's bound to cause fire every now and then. He says with like a little chuckle.
Right. And so I guess it's not that really much for me to bring over.
No, I suppose we have most everything here that we need. So if you're willing to stop by, we could go ahead and just change it to this theater instead.
Well, it was always supposed to be this theater, remember? You're supposed to bring your audience.
Well, you say one thing, then you say another. I'm just trying to keep track of it myself.
Well, no, we've only had this discussion once.
Dante, you silly man. You can't just keep having these meetings and then pretending they don't happen. And he'll just take a sip of water. We should just get it down in writing at some point, honestly. Easy to remember that way.
Yes, but who has the paper?
Not me. That costs money.
But no, yes, the first show would be at your theater, where your audience gets introduced to me, but makes you look better, and the next show is at my theater, where your audience gets introduced to me, and I look better, as we previously discussed. This way, we do you first, and then me second.
Just with the rest and was Friday actually supposed to be the performance?
Well, I think we had, the prequel, not the prequel, the test, the practice, sorry, my brain just gone crazy. We do a practice on 1 week, and then we do the actual show the next week. But he had an actual show, which I guess is this one, which is why we didn't do anything, because this show he had required a lot of stage props, and we didn't want to move everything around, so it makes it next week is the practice show, and the week after that will be the real show on his stage, and then the next month is going to be at my theater, where we're going to do a new thing.
I'm just writing this down. So, the schedule, as you two have hashed it out, is that Tuesday and Thursday you'll start doing some practice. On Friday, you'll do a full test run to see if you can go through with everything. And the Friday after this week, you will be doing the real performance together. Does that sound correct?
That's workable.
Excellent. Well, feel free to stick around for another showing if you want. I'm sure you could probably see something even better up close this time.
I'm afraid I have a previous engagement to see that Scottish play.
Oh, yes, of course. I heard they were in town. I was going to go sometime during the week. But good to see that you're keeping up with the local arts.
Yes, it's always important to keep up with your friends.
And of course, always to throw tapestries over them and light them on fire. Oh, no, that's the original one, not Shakespeare's version. Well, still, always good to see you again. And, well, I hope you can have some fun tonight.
You as well. Have a pleasant evening and a very successful second show.
Well, wish me luck. And he'll go ahead, get up, and he's ready to go back out on stage.
Break a leg.
All right, so Dante, you're going to go ahead and spend some good time with Sal.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and put you in the State Lake Theater. And the rest of the group. Claudia and James, you have finished your research. It is getting late, and what did you intend to do?
Like I said, I wanted to break after we did our research. I said we should probably go home and see if anyone else found anything.
All right. You will head to the Great House Estate then. James, you will accompany them, I believe. And of course, once you get there, you find that they are all already waiting for you.
Yeah, Zek is still visibly upset.
It's what? And Jesus, like what?
It appears, ma'am, as if these fine gentleman and lady are a little bit worked up about something.
Zek
Heaven
is
knows
kinda
I would never ask them such business, but well, hopefully some of the wine will settle the nerves.
Zek is just kind of looking at both Edmund and Wanda a bit accusingly.
Wanda is like trying to take a sip of wine and is just like furrowing her brow and going ugh, after taking a taste.
I'll take her wine if she doesn't keep it. I'll drink.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll have some juice.
Sure, we'll get you a juice cup.
A little out of period for that, but sure. Do I want to know?
There is a wealth of books and papers, and a map or two on the table.
It's like they robbed this from the Zeta frat house after starting a fire.
No, we didn't rob it. It just happened to fall out of the building. So it was on open ground, so we could take.
I was not informed of this plan ahead of time, just so you all know. It's like I was following my own line of investigation, which may or may not be related to what we're interested in, but it's still a little bit concerning nonetheless.
It was great. It all worked out exactly as I thought it would, and they all get to burn those bastards.
I just look, and I am like Zach right now. Like what?
Zek is just gonna kind of like be like I said, I didn't know what was going on until it was already going on.
But look what we have. And she'll hold up a book. I can't read it.
Uh,
So you have a book and a map.
Lots of books and a map, apparently.
But they saw you steal all of this.
Off their front yards. I flipped them off and everything.
They saw you.
They saw Wanda and Edmund. I don't think they saw Zach because he was in the car.
Okay, so they
They
saw you
already...
steal a bunch of rare and expensive books. I just want to make sure I know what's going on here.
Maybe.
Well, let's take a look at what the book titles are.
yeah.
There are...
I do that with reluctance.
Edmund, you immediately recognize a couple of the titles, and they appear to be books about a character named Zafan, and their adventures on the surface, and the worship of her, and her achievements.
This is weird.
As well as, it would appear a series of notes, of research observation notes, and what appears to be apparently a bunch of gobbledygook about how to summon magical energies and perform rituals. Some of them may be in the name of Zapan, others towards different purposes. There's a lot of fresh ink in this one, too. And the maps themselves all appear to be layers, starting with, of course, Willow Spring and the area around it, as well as some cavern systems below, and then staggered amounts of caves below that.
maps of actual cave complexes. Holy crap. Dante would love to see this.
In fact, yeah, no, like Zach's gonna flip open his brother's journal now and see if he can relate anything in front of him to anything he can decipher from the journal.
Well, but we've got a problem, though, because they saw Edmund.
They saw Edmund and they saw Wanda, definitely. I was
That
tracking
guy
some.
you saw me with, he already knew who I was. The way he walked up and talked to me. No one just does that to a lady.
No, they do that in this period. It's the 1920s now.
Wait, just like that?
Just like that. In fact, I'm glad you're sitting down for this, but because of the prohibition on alcoholic beverages, people at clubs they allow men and women to drink alcohol in the same establishment together.
Well, that just doesn't sound right at all. What stops them from doing adult things like
Nothing.
and she'll blush heavily.
Yeah.
You mean getting some coffee? I just kind of snick.
I mean, that's actually a big shakeup in this time period, because it used to be you didn't let women in the bar, which of course makes no sense. Of course you want women in the bar.
And then you kind of like hear whispered under her own breath, like, "Wait a second, I'm an adult."
Yes, you are.
she just has a blank face of like realization.
So she's 59 years old with the body of a 19-year-old and the moral compass of a 12-year-old suffering from PTSD.
Oh, when you put it like that, it's like you understand this character.
I still like her more than Mr. Gray. Okay, well, the problem is hopefully no one saw you coming here. You weren't followed?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not if
Okay.
they want their building intact.
Well, these are very rare and irreplaceable books, and the Zetas are not to be trifled with. So, if I think it's probably best if we send Wanda back to Willow Springs to let this cool down.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling like going back to the university tonight.
No, we shouldn't be going back to the university. This is actually very helpful because these are maps of caverns. I really wish we had a skilled spelunker with us. You're the wrong kind of bat. Because this is exactly what Dante wanted. At least if we have to go exploring, we now know places to go, places not to go. Plus, it could take us days, if not weeks, to go over these notes to see what's already in here. Also, they're entreaties to another being that may or may not exist. That's James's department to find out what all this stuff is. Is this just all nonsense and gobbledygook, or is there something to this entity they're making entreaties to? I mean, who knows? They're college students. They're making a bunch of crap up.
Good question. Would you like to go ahead and get reading and find out?
Yeah, Zach would definitely like to compare some of this stuff to some of his.
Yeah, James would definitely look at this.
Right. So that's definitely something to do research on. I'll go ahead and phone Dante's theater and leave a message for him telling him I have some more information. The biggest thing is that if we were going to go underground into a cavern complex, I would like to have at least one experienced caver with us. Dante may be able to get some connections. If not, I'm sure there's got to be some miner or something like that. Not miners in Wanda, but miner as in digger, who could come with us on sort of escapade of this nature. We could go ahead and hire somebody, and that sounds pretty good. But I will avail my manor space to you, and you can go ahead and review this, but I was stabbed in the side earlier today, and I really think I should get off my legs and give this some time to convalesce.
That's probably a good idea.
Oh, nobody's in Dante's Theater? Did you give us a number where Dante could be reached? Because if we call Dante's Theater, I guess no one will answer.
Just something to put on.
Well, you do have
back
Dante's
burner.
apartment you could also call.
Okay.
And you will hear a old female voice pick up if you do.
Okay, we'll leave a message. Call Miss Greathouse at this number.
I'll be sure to let him know.
All right.
Zach also feels it's worth mentioning. There are federal agents on campus. They claim to be working with the Department of Psychology on some sort of experiment regarding cognition. Don't know
I
if it's
believe 100%.
related.
I
but-
believe 100% of that. I've observed Dante close hand, and also the work of Sikovic and what he did to Breakstone. Obviously, the science of hypnosis is very real and capable of manipulating people. And if ever got in the hands of Bolsheviks or anarchists, it could doom the Republic as we know it.
That's understandable. Just found it a little bit interesting.
Well, it could also be that the Zetas have. I mean, if Sikovic's capable of it and Dante is capable of it, it might be that if the Zetas don't know about hypnosis, they're researching it. That's why we need to look through these books. I worry that I, in character, worry that all of these entreaties to other entities are basically disguising the actual nature of how appeals to the subconscious actually work. But I only have a layperson's understanding of this. This is all very terrible news. So, but it's been a long day. We've had numerous adventures. I'm glad that you're secure. But
Thanks to these two.
We should probably keep the arson to a minimum, especially if especially if federal agents are around. Because
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was opposed to the plan from the start.
yeah.
What, like Secret Service?
Well, you wouldn't know what the Secret Service is because it's 1920.
Very official.
The Secret Service did exist prior to that. The Bureau of Investigation is pretty darn new.
Yeah, because of crimes that pass state lines, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. You see, in between 1880 and 1920, the carriage was replaced by the automotive, a vehicle that travels at great speeds without the use of horses. This has increased people's mobility so much that interstate crime is at an all-time high, which means federal agents are everywhere now.
Wow, so they have like interstate sheriffs dealing with this. Wow.
Well, they always did. They just have more of them now. They don't call them marshals anymore. There's an actual department for it.
Wow, that's amazing.
All I can say
And
is
of course,
they
you'll
looked-
just be fascinated.
Yeah, by amazing, it's like, hey, there's also a new crime, the drive-by shooting.
Mhm.
It's not what we call amazing.
Can we do one? No.
No.
Since
No.
none of us know how to
No.
shoot. Yeah.
None of us know how
I
to
mean,
shoot.
yeah, since none of us know how to
Maybe.
shoot, no. I mean, is anybody? I think no one in the party has shooting. Is that correct?
I shot before.
I mean, we could do a drive-by telekinesis.
Well, also, when driving at high speeds, all of your skills, including your telekinesis, are capped at your highest transport die.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's good. I got a D10.
It's gonna
Well,
be
then there we
nothing
go.
for
You're
one.
our drive-by shooter.
I got you.
Except you're basically the wheelman since you're the best driver. Because I'm a terrible driver.
Yeah, gotta have a
I
whole
used to-
crew for it.
Yeah, I used my tail to drive. Don't worry.
Yeah. I have
Alright.
driving because I'm rich. It's assumed all rich people own at least 2 cars.
So now the real question is, what do you all plan to do? You have a whole bunch more research material, everybody.
Well, I think the thing is Dante really wanted to explore the caves, and I promised him that we would. So I think the next thing to do is to get the cave maps together, is look that up, get the cave maps into some sort of working order, and like I said, hire a professional geologist or caver. Does Dante have entourage?
Yes, he
Yes.
does.
All right, so that's basically would be Dante's job, I think, is to go out and hire a bunch of experience, because there's got to be like out of work miners or like somebody that he could find, and we could use the entourage to go ahead and recruit that.
Well, Zach has a personal interest in comparing some of this stuff to anything that his brother might have been researching, just trying to make connections and draw lines and find a new lead.
It's been my experience that when you meet these weird cults, such as Gamagen or whatever it is Sikavik is worshipping, that whenever people explore these things, often the people who find information on them, bad things happen to them. If the Zetas are another part of one of these secret societies that sprung up all over the 1920s, then that might actually be why your brother was killed.
Now it makes sense.
It might be why you get killed. So I have to warn you that these societies